If you open the New Testament and flip past the four stories of Jesus' life and the adventure of the early church in the book of Acts, you arrive at the book of Romans. It's placed here deliberately as the first of the letters because it acts as a theological constitution for this new unfolding movement. After seeing what happened, Romans dives deep into why it matters, laying the groundwork for everything that follows. This letter is traditionally associated with the Apostle Paul, a key figure in the spread of early Christianity. The book itself reads like a carefully crafted letter, a masterclass in reasoning. The voice is both personal and powerful, addressing a church in Rome, the heart of the empire, that he's never actually visited. He's writing to them to introduce his message before he arrives, creating a sense of anticipation and purpose. The context is crucial. The Roman Church was a vibrant and likely tense mix of Jewish and non-Jewish or Gentile believers. Imagine two groups with vastly different histories, cultures, and religious practices suddenly told they're one family.
This created real-world friction. So the letter isn't just an abstract essay. It's a direct attempt to unify this diverse community by showing them that they are all part of the same grand story. The book unfolds like a powerful logical argument. It begins by diagnosing a universal human problem. Everyone, regardless of their background, is trapped in a cycle of sin and brokenness. He paints a stark picture to level the playing field, showing that no one has a special advantage. Then, having established the problem, Romans presents the radical solution. Righteousness, or being made right with God, doesn't come from following rules or from our own efforts, but as a free gift received through faith in Jesus. From there, the letter explores what this new reality looks like. It's not just about a change in status, it's about a completely new way of life, empowered by God's Spirit. It's a life of freedom, not of sin. After explaining this new life, the letter pauses to tackle a huge question. What about God's promises to Israel?
It explores this complex issue, affirming God's faithfulness, before concluding with a final practical section. This last part is all about how this profound truth should change the way people actually live together, how they should love, serve, and honor one another, bridging those cultural divides. So the major themes that echo through the letter are powerful. First, this idea of justification by faith, that we are made right with God by trusting in His grace, not by earning it. Second, the overwhelming reality of God's grace and redemption, an unmerited favor for all of humanity. And third, the call to a new life in the Spirit, a transformed existence that leads to unity in Christ, breaking down the walls that once divided people. In the grand narrative of the Bible, Romans is the great connector. It weaves the threads of the Old Testament's promises into the reality of the New Testament. It shows how the story of Israel expands to include the entire world, fulfilling God's ancient plan to create one unified family out of all nations. It's more than just a historical letter. It's a timeless invitation to understand the very heart of the Christian message and to find your place within that story of grace.